That's Maciver's assistant, special assistant on media and publicity. He was caught pants down with arms. He had the bullet on his hand and maybe ammunition and what have you. Till this very moment, Joshua Maciver is yet to speak. He called him the great Joshua Maciver. He's yet to make a statement on this. No, not the police, nobody is yet to hear anything on this particular, but we'll have the video, is out there. So when Jonathan said that if the Oediri had lost the election, he would have taken his mom out of Bayelsa, this paints a better picture. And incidentally, this guy is an aide of Joshua Maciver, which he neither come to deny knowing him and all of that. So why do you think that a man with such a reputation like Joshua Maciver, with Timmy Silva's reputation also when it comes to electoral violence, and I mean there's a case recently against him about some persons who died anyway, why do you think he would have a problem with Jonathan being worried of the fact that if Oediri had lost the election, this scenario would have been what could have been playing out, and that means his mom would be unsafe? Why do you think he has a problem with that without even admitting or addressing this particular issue?
Vivien, you know, as someone that I've lived in Yenagoa, I also have a family house there. The reputation of Joshua Maciver is one that a whole lot of Bayelsans know. Is what you call a general, you know. And however, I think I see the point on both sides. I see the point on the side of the former president of this country, Goodluck Jonathan. I see the point he's trying to make, and also I see the point Joshua Maciver is trying to make. Now, Goodluck Jonathan, for whatever reasons, understands the import of his statement or whatever that his statement connotes. At my first reaction, I would think it's a statement made out of excitement. Maybe, you know, when you go for a victory party and you have to say things, you know, in course of celebration. That could have been a statement made out of excitement. Or secondly, probably he knows if he had faced series of threats prior to the actual election, and he knows that should Bayelsa State goes into the APC, and also realize that Goodluck Jonathan and Timmy Silva have some kind of history. Timmy Silva has always been on the political opposition to Goodluck Jonathan prior to this point. Even I think 2009, when Jonathan came in as acting president. Excuse me. So this history is also there, and in politics, as much as they say there's no permanent friend, permanent enemy, politicians have a long memory, you know, and so some of these things can reflect in their actions. So Jonathan knows from which angle he's making a statement. But coming back to the statement of Joshua Maciver, I think that the status former President Goodluck Jonathan have assumed in this country is the status of a statesman. I don't think Jonathan should prioritize partisan politics, given his reputation. In fact, we've seen him celebrate with people from other parties. You know, we saw him in a very exciting and merriment, you know, arrangement with President Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We saw both of them. He visited him in the elections of the Bayelsa State election, the one that brought in Diri. We saw Mama Peace with David Lyon. You know, so they've had a history of aligning with beyond partisan lines, and I think that's what Joshua Maciver is trying to say, that as the former president, if a stakeholder in Bayelsa State and another statesman, your statement should not be reflective of the fact that you already have a premeditated expectations of what the election should come out. Because at the end of the day, if APC had won Bayelsa State, Jonathan should have still been able to acknowledge the winners and, you know, sue for peace. That's what he does in other states he travels to. So I think that's my position on it. I feel that both parties have their points they've made, and it should be seen on the merits, therefore.